because I'm copping what's dropping. You know what I'm saying? I gotta remember that. What's popping? Ain't no stopping when I'm shopping because I'm copping what's dropping. I like it. I like it. Hey, what's popping? There ain't no stopping when I'm shopping because I'm copping what's dropping. Someone write that down and send it to me. Because I'll forget. What's popping? Ain't no stopping when I'm dropping. No, I already forgot. What's popping? Ain't no stopping when I'm shopping because I'm copping what's dropping. So I thought I'd pop in. What's the deal, son? Happy Monday to you. I don't know, is today Monday? I think it's Monday. Take away the 4, add the 7. June, it's June. It's either June or July. I'm gonna go with July 4th. Today is Happy Independence Day, everybody. Happy Independence Day. I don't have Joe to tell me the dates. Before we would go on, I always say, Joe, what's the date? June 6th. I don't have that no more. And today, whatever you do, I don't want you looking at my watch. It's not worth it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth my time. Let's just forget I'm wearing this dope ass watch. And let's just move on with our lives. Because it's just not. Tammany, it's not worth the hassle. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing in spring, said the king of bling to Yao Ming. It's a Boogie Bob. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing in spring, said the king of bling to Yao Ming. What's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Boogie Bob. It is my first show in like 5 days. We've had rain every day, including today. Yesterday was the gay parade. Happy Pride to everybody. I went and I can't sit down. My ass is sore. That was stupid. I did not go. I laid in bed most of the day. I did go out to the store and bought a soda and I think I had chicken wings. I can't remember. But I hope that everybody enjoyed the parade. If you went or you watched it, Fernando had a great stream going. There was some violence at the parade. And, you know, last year when I went to the parade, some guy, he said I was gay. I'm very secure in my sexuality. But I got so mad I hit him with my purse. And I smeared my lipstick and broke a nail. So I don't know what the hell he was talking about. There's some badass shorties out here today, I know that much. And the good news is it's been raining, so the seats are wet. So nobody's stupid enough to sit down except me. Where you going, girl? How you doing? Okay, sorry, I got distracted. What's happening, RJ? Hi, Nightbot. Hi, Rev. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy. Kathy's in the house. Paul Greenwell had a small green pelt. Tammany's here. Mr. Bot, what's the deal, son? I ain't doing nothing. I didn't want to come today, but I had to go pay rent. I haven't paid rent. Today's what, the 26th? My landlord's probably like, yo, I'm getting ready to kick Bob out. He's been here 30 years. This fool is late on the rent. You're going to have to drag me out kicking and screaming, Playboy. I ain't going nowhere. Putin on the Fritz. This person should be fired. He's putting on the Fritz. Putin on the Fritz. So we had an attempted coup. That's propaganda! We had a little hubbub. We had a little, doesn't happen in Russia. Because if it happens in Russia, all right, did somebody say it's somebody's birthday? If it is, just put the birthday cakes in the air, otherwise I won't see it. If it happens in Russia, they kill you. You want to protest Putin, they kill you. You're going to be in a damn gulag. In a gulag eating goulash. Rebellion exposes cracks in strongman's stake. Okay, look. Putin was on top of the world a year and a half ago. Couldn't be touched. He was a man. Then he said, I'm going to go take Ukraine. I'm going to take Ukraine. Can't take Ukraine. And it said it'd be 8 hours. It's been a year and a half. So, now the country has spent billions and billions of dollars to fight this war that they're not winning. And now, for the first, I don't know how many months, you had them all fooled, saying, oh, no, no, all the Russian citizens said he went into Ukraine to stop Nazis. That's what he said. They were Nazis, and he went in there to stop the spread of Nazism, to prevent another world war. And of course, these morons either believe him because they believe him, or and they're gullible, or they believe him because they're scared not to. Anyways, long story short, now the country is turning on its ass. And he had a whole bunch of people trying to take over. I'm getting a text here. It's usually Rev. Let's see, it is. Nope, it's not Rev. It was Rev. That's our thing. I tell Rev, I said, look, if I don't see the shit, make sure that you text me, give me the info. He just texted me that Tunisia's in the house. I was like, where the hell's Tunisia been? I ain't seen it. Tunisia, that was great seeing Antoine in Times Square singing. He was so good. Tell me he ain't good. Tell me he ain't good. Also, we've got RJ's wife's birthday today. Super happy to say happy birthday to RJ's wife. I looked her up on her birth certificate. It said RJ's wife. I didn't have a name. But once I get the name, we're going to wish her a happy birthday in style. We got balloons, cake, all kinds of confetti and stuff is going to fall from the sky. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a real party. Happy birthday, Jan. We love RJ, and RJ is phenomenal. RJ is, I mean, I love everybody. I never pick a favorite over anyone except RJ. He's better than all of you. All of you are shit compared to RJ, except David Young. Everybody else is shit compared to RJ, except Tunisia also, and Joe Hernandez. And Brooklyn Born, and of course Tammany. But everybody else is shit compared to RJ. Now, that's just a fact. Everybody except Nyan and Mr. Bot, of course, and a Rev. And, but everybody else. Happy birthday, Jan. I pray that it's a good one. Hi, Diane. And Diane is better than RJ. So, I don't play favorites, but Diane is better than RJ. RJ is a piece of crap compared to Diane, and Diane's a piece of crap compared to Nyan. So it all works out. I apologize. I was trying to get you all to like me the same, and sometimes you have to compliment others while they're... Shall we get on? Shall we get it on? Let's get it on. I'm being silly today. I can't. Harvard is an Ivy League school. They vet these people. Well, a prominent Harvard educator, a behavioral scientist who undertook studies about honesty. This person teaches studies about honesty, might be fired for lying. He was lying about being honest. He or she. I don't know. Francesca. I'm going to say that's a she. I'm going to say that's a she. I used to always tell my ladies, look, babe, I only lied about the lies I lied about. Babe, I only lied because I thought you wouldn't find out. I'm just going through the dial. Today's going to be one of the best shows ever. Shall we? Fergie, the Duchess of York. I think she's the Duchess of York. I can't remember what the hell she's the Duchess of. She's the Duchess of Fergieville. Fergie, not from the Black Eyed Peas. No. Sarah Ferguson is recovering from surgery after being diagnosed with breast cancer. We send her our warmest regards, our love, our prayers, and our heartfelt sadness, sympathy, and empathy for what she's going through and her family. The Duchess of York revealed Sunday that she received the news after a mammogram screening. I would like to urge all the ladies in the house to get a mammogram. They can actually find stuff that you wouldn't feel. A lot of ladies will feel for the lump. But these things, these tests, they take like 2 minutes. And I think most of them, all of them are covered with some kind of insurance. I know it's costly, but some, I'm sure there's a whole bunch where you're at where they'll do it for free. Get the mammograms. Fellas, get the prostate exam. Now, that's a little uncomfortable for me because the guy's got to put his thumb in your ass. And the last time I had a prostate exam, it was at Taco Bell, behind Taco Bell. I think the guy's name was Jimmy. And he had his thumb in there for about 30 minutes. And he says he thinks I'm pretty good to go. So, I mean, he was wearing a white coat. Jimmy's not going to lie about that. So, also, I saw him 3 more times. We had drinks. So, shout out to Jimmy. But I would love it if everybody got a mammogram and you got your yearly checkup. It sucks. I sometimes go 10 years without one. And you get the guys, the prostate exam is really important. Whoop, he's in. Whoop, he's out. He says you're good to go. And it shouldn't take, that prostate exam should not take more than 4 hours. And if he starts smoking and talking in whispers, get out of there. It's a scam. Also, don't get a prostate exam from Craigslist on the misconnection site. It's not a good idea, I don't think. Gruesome airline death. A Texas airport worker was killed after being sucked into a jet engine. That's horrible. It's also common. It happens more than you would know. It happens in the military. They have these huge engines and they're just sucking in the wind, and you walk by, whoop, you're getting sucked in. He got sucked in. And you're not going to live through that. Emergency crews were called just before 10:30 p.m. after reports that an unidentified ground worker had been ingested. I hate that. He didn't get sucked in, he got ingested into the aircraft engine that had just landed. The Delta flight was taxiing to the gate at the time of the incident. Officials, there's an ongoing investigation. You get ingested means your ass went in. That's horrible. Horrible. Guys, I don't think I did a show. I did break the story. I was the first newsman in the country to break the story that that unfortunately the 5 people were killed on the Titan, which was a submarine that went down to the Titanic. There was a search for 5 days. For 5 days I prayed and prayed and prayed, and I kept thinking of what it would be like to be in the bottom of the ocean, stuck. 5 dudes in there, sitting next to each other, pitch black, no cell phones, no Netflix. What? I kept thinking this would be a horrible, horrible way to die, just waiting for the last breath as each one. Horrible. Well, there is no good news in this story, but if you had to take away something positive, the pressure down there when they have a catastrophic failure, the pressure of the ocean down there would kill them before they could blink. So there was no like, oh my God, it was just whoop, over. That's every expert has said the same thing. The catastrophic failure in there is an absolute quicker than a bullet. So very sad. One of the sad things I take away from this is the one boy, the 19-year-old, his father was a billionaire from Pakistan or India or something. The 19-year-old who perished in the Titan submarine along with his dad and hoped to break the world record for solving Rubik's Cube. His deal was to go down there and solve a Rubik's Cube, but now it's come out that he was deathly afraid to go. And that his deciding factor to go was that his father asked him to, and he was doing it for his dad for Father's Day. So, with that said, him and his father died together. He's one of the richest men in, I don't know where the hell he's from. Doesn't say. Mr. Beast. Now, you guys know I'm a big YouTuber. I'm a big YouTuber with 1,168 subscribers. Give or take. A couple of them jumped ship the other day, but if you quit my channel, I'll find you. Son of a bitch, I'll find you. You'll be in Texas at the mall, and you'll hear these footsteps behind you, and then the tap. You're going to turn around, and old Boogie Bob's going to be there like saying, Daniel 257. Oh, Boogie Bob, how are you? Don't give me that shit, bro. You quit my channel 2 weeks ago. What'd I do wrong? Why don't you like me? I'll find you. Alfred Cluse tried to quit, and I caught him in Nova Scotia. I'm sorry. Mr. Beast has 160 million followers. 160 million subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to Mr. Beast, it's MR, Mr. Beast, B-E-A-S-T. It's a young kid named Jimmy. Jimmy doesn't give away a box of crackers or piece of shit watches. Jimmy gives away mansions. Every show, he gives away Lamborghinis, houses, businesses. He is worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and he can do that because he has hundreds of millions of subscribers. Well, he was asked to, he's the biggest YouTuber. Bigger than Pootie Pie. Pootie Pie, you're the reason why. He was asked to go on that submarine. And he said no. Why would someone want him on the submarine? Because he has 160 million subscribers. He's got more than Trump and Obama put together, I think. Mr. Beast, a YouTube star who boasts more than 160 million subscribers, claims he was invited to be on that Doom Titan submersible. I was invited earlier this month to ride to the Titanic. I said no. His real name is Jimmy Donaldson. He tweeted Sunday. Kind of scary that I could have been on it. It's scary that anyone was on it. These are the 5 men in the boys, 4 men and the young man. There's the sub. And the president, the CEO of the company that built the sub. They're using all these clips now against him. There'll be multi-million-dollar lawsuits where he says, hey, I broke the rules. I made this sub. People said it's never going to work. Well, who's going to have the last laugh? They said you can't mix carbon fiber with titanium? All the scientists in the world said you can't do it, but I did it. He went against physics. Everybody, even James Cameron, the guy who directed the Titanic and all the Terminator movies, James Cameron has been to the Titanic 33 times. He has a real submarine. He also went to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. He's gone farther. Remember, the Titanic sits at 15,000 feet. That's 2.4 miles, something like that, 2.5 miles. James Cameron has gone 45,000 feet, which is like 8 miles. He's gone to the very core of the Earth. So James Cameron knows what he's talking about. He designed his own subs. He spent hundreds of millions of dollars doing it. And he said that this was a death trap just waiting to happen. And guys, if you want to make a sub and you want to go down on your own, I say go. Hi, Colleen. If you want to go down, go. No problem. But for God's sakes, don't take someone with you. The pressure down there, they said, is like a human laying on the ground and putting an Empire State Building on top of them. I Googled 100 times to see what the pressure was. 400 pounds per square inch. So there is nothing with any bones or anything could survive down there. It's horrible. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. Road rage kills doctor. A Long Island doctor. A road rage. The motorist who died after being felled by a knockout punch. Guys, it's the punch. The punch almost never kills you. These idiots walk up and punch somebody, and the person they punch falls and slams their head on the concrete. That's what kills you. 99% of the ones you hear about is these people that hit their head on the concrete. A motorist who died being felled by a knockout punch during a Brooklyn road rage brawl this month has been identified as a brilliant Long Island doctor. Jamie Yun, 56, a cardiologist. Can you imagine how much work you put in, how many years you put in? 15, 20 years of college and school and to become that? Taken away by some moron who's in a road rage who punches him. Teen is slain in a Lower East Side LES shootout. A teenager was gunned down on Lower East Side Sunday, marking the second time in as many weeks as a shootout. 18-year-old man was shot in the neck in Rivington. That's right where my spot, the Moxie, is. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing a lot. I ain't doing it. You can't make me. Nyan can make me. And Classic J Live can make me, but nobody else in here can make me. Classic J Live was at the Pride Parade. He got some great footage. You guys could always check out Classic J Live. He's got the Instagram popping, and he's got a great YouTube channel. Make sure you guys drop that. If you could, throw up the links. Classic J, throw up the links. Rev, throw up some links. So a big fight down in Washington Square Park yesterday. Makes me sad because I've been affiliated with the gay parade for 30 years, however long it's been in New York. I have gone, I've supported. It's usually a very beautiful, loving thing. I've never seen a fist fight at one. Yesterday they were rumbling out there, bro. They was fighting. And the one I think on Classic Jay's channel was a woman's advocates messing with some lesbian. I don't know. I gotta watch it again. But I know that Fernando was deep in the mix of it too. Guys, this is supposed to be. Look at Treaton dropping links on you. Guys, it's supposed to be it's pride. Take pride in who you are. When I moved here in 1990, of course there was gay pride. Not the organization and not the rainbows, but people were, every now and then you see them hold hands in the street, but most of it was confined down on Christopher Street where they actually, could love each other or kiss or whatever. And now it's an accepted practice, which is wonderful. And I posted my little 30-second video yesterday. You can see it on my Instagram or on my short stories. Just saying, be proud of who you are. I don't sit there and say, guys, go suck dick. You should try it. If you haven't tried it and you like women, don't like them anymore. Like that. I never do that. I believe you're born who you're born, but I believe life is very short, and since I have mentored thousands of young people through my company. I've hired tens of thousands since I've been in New York. That's fact. That's just facts. And I've had so many young folks who confided in me that they're, I told my dad I was gay, he threw me out of the house. I had two of them sleep on my couch for 4 months. different times when fathers or mothers have thrown them out. It's very, very difficult. But I believe you should be who you are and love who you love. You can't pretend that you don't. It's bad for you, it's bad for everybody. There's nothing good can come out of it. Your parents don't love you for who you are, your parents don't love you at all. That's what I'm saying. No son of mine's gonna be gay. Pick up a football and go grab a titty. That don't work, Dad. Let your son or your daughter be who your son and your daughter are to be. You feel me? Posted a video yesterday, standing in front of this blow-up unicorn over here. Hi, Tina. It's Tina, everybody. It's my Tina. And, of course, I got, I don't know, 10 or 12 comments. You're a pedophile. You like cock. You really don't want to get in my comments and say stupid shit, because I'll rip you apart. Anybody who's complaining about me putting up a video saying Happy Pride is, in fact, sucking dick on the low. That's a fact. Why would it bother some guy in Cincinnati if Bob put up a post saying, hey guys, be kind and loving to each other and don't hate on other people? Bob, you're a piece of shit! It's very sad. I will roast you. And I'm childish. I don't leave one roast. I leave 40 roasts. What's the matter? Did your boyfriend break up with you? One guy's name was Dizzy Crizzy. Dizzy Crizzy said I was a pedo because I support gay rights. I said, Dizzy Crizzy, drink some jizzy. Never heard from him again. Be kind and loving to everybody. Who do you care who they sleep with? If they're adults and they're legal, let them do what they do. Texas cop face shoot sleigh rap. 3 San Antonio, Texas cops face murder charges for the fatal shooting of a woman experiencing a mental health crisis. They shot her in the face. Melissa Perez, 46, was gunned down by 3 police officers. All 3 shot her? I don't get it. Maybe there's 3 cops and 1 shoots her. Maybe the other one jumps in and shoots her too. 3? Okay, here's what happened. 3 officers early Friday she refused to come out of her apartment and she threw a candlestick at them. Ooh, she did swing a hammer in their direction. Can't do that. This is a cop story. You know, I don't believe the cop story. Not that I don't have anything against cops, but I'm going to believe when everybody has their own story. Dr. Phil said, pancake has 2 sides. Even a pancake has 2 sides. Hey, Dr. Phil. The officer's actions were not consistent with the policy. They shot her. Cops responded around 12:30 a.m. and complained that Perez was cutting wires to a fire alarm in her apartment complex. The officers followed her when she dashed towards her apartment and removed a window screen. Police body cam shows footage recorded the sound of glass breaking followed by gunshots. She threw a candlestick and swung a hammer, and they all 3 shot her in the face. That's horrible. I don't think anyone should swing a hammer at a cop. But I don't know all the facts. I do know one fact. These guys are pieces of shit. That's a fact. Frightening neo-Nazis, anti-Semitic acts. Gee, I wonder who they voted for. Sorry. I promise you they didn't vote for Biden. I have always said 1,000%, just because you voted for Trump does not mean that you were anti-Semitic or a Nazi. At all. Not at all. 99.9% of them are good people. But I don't think there's one Aryan or one neo-Nazi or one skinhead on the planet who voted for Biden. A group of neo-Nazis brandishing swastika flags and other anti-Semitic propaganda outside a Georgia synagogue over the weekend. Okay. I'm old school. And I always talk about peace and love and kindness and acceptance. But I think a carload of people should pull up and punch them all in the face. Boogie Bob, you're a bad person. This is America. If they hate people, let them hate. Here's a double whammy. Shot and stabbed in the subway. A man was shot on a Queens subway while a teenager was stabbed. That was a double whammy. A shooting and a stabbing from the same person. I hope they catch him. You want to hear about a slice of pie instead of a slice of pie? Maybe they needed, they spelled needed like needed. Maybe they needed the dough. This you're a pizza crap. What appears to be a typical Los Angeles pizza shop was actually operating as a drug lab, cooking up illegal THC concentrate. The super lab was discovered by cops in a shop on the 7300 block of Radford Avenue in North Hollywood, next to an animal hospital. Photos released by the police show an officer standing beside a giant vats that they use to make the THC. THC is tetrahydrogen chloride or something like that. That's the stuff in weed that gets you high. I don't care. New York City has finally started the crackdown on all of these illegal marijuana shops. They busted like 20 over the weekend. They're going to be doing it every day now. If you own a marijuana shop, your best bet is to get out now. Hide your money, hide your kids, hide your wife. Jordan Poyer. I don't know who he is, but we're going to find out. Don Haight gets golf gig nixed. A Buffalo Bills player has canceled his charity golf tournament at one of Donald Trump's courses in Florida, saying numerous teams up north pulled out because of the president's politics. I was really excited for this tournament, said Bills safety Pro Bowler Jordan Poyer, who organized next month. Guys, if you're going to have an event at a Trump golf course, people are going to pick it. I believe you should be able to have your event anywhere you want. But just know there's ramifications. If you were to have Marjorie Taylor Greene show up at my nightclub tomorrow night, I don't think a lot of people in New York would show up because they don't adhere to her rhetoric or her stance. She has it in Georgia, they're going to be packed. She's a Georgia representative. Fatal Swede roller coaster derail. One person was killed and 9 others injured, including children, in a roller coaster accident at Gröna Lund amusement park in Sweden's capital. Witnesses said the Stockholm Park Jetline roller coaster partly derailed. You're on a roller coaster and it derails. You're grizzly hiker fine. I think they found her. There she is. She's also an actor, I think. Remains where actor Sands went missing. I don't know who that is. California hikers have discovered human remains in the wilderness area where actor Julian Sands. Where's Ambrose when I need him? Officials have not identified the body. The remains found Saturday were transported to the coroner's office to confirm if it was her. Sands, 65 years old, 65 years young, was reported missing January 13th. That's 6 months ago, bro. That's a dude. I say it was a female. I apologize. The name is I said it was Sands. The person's name is Sands. Have discovered Julian. Okay, that's a boy or a girl name. Okay, my bad. I was being sexist. I apologize. This is woman's name. Sorry, Joe. They have guys named Julian also. Search consisted of 80 volunteers. They found Julian, they think. Dad and stepson die in a scorching national park. Guys, I talked to you the other day about the #1 park in America to die in. It's the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon. Well, Florida father, this had nothing to do with Grand Canyon, by the way. It just happens. There was a death like the day after I read that story to you, another death there. A Florida father and his stepson were both found dead Friday in separate parts of the Texas National Park as the 14-year-old boy passed out while a family hike. Scorching temperatures. Guys, the temperatures in some of those parks get to be 140, 114 degrees. Teenager fell ill and lost consciousness around 6 p.m. while his stepfather and 21-year-old brother were hiking in the blistering heat. The father ran back to the vehicle to find help while the older brother tried to carry his sibling back to the trailhead. They both should have tried to carry him back. I don't think you should split up. But, I mean, I wasn't there, so. Authorities reached the boy and his brother around 7:30, where the young man was pronounced dead at the scene. 30 minutes later, park rangers found the father. Oh boy. 30 minutes later, park rangers and U.S. Border Patrol agents spotted the father's car, which crashed over an embankment. 31-year-old was pronounced dead at the scene. Temperatures 119 degrees. Bro, it's 80 and I start crying. 119 is insane. God bless them both. Worker burned in torch. Is there any good news in here either? A Detroit man said a gas station. By the way, I'm wearing, this is called a dad hat. It's a dad hat, look. They even got a post-dad hat. It's the old-timer hat. This is like the old, like an old Joe hat. I don't usually wear these type of hats. Cool hat. It's an old fogey hat. I'm in my early 30s, and I'm wearing a 70-year-old man's hat. A Detroit man set a gas station store on fire with a blowtorch after appearing to argue with the clerk, trapping the worker inside the raging inferno. Frightening video footage from inside the West 7 Mile gas station kiosk reveals the moment that the alleged arsonist, another Julian, Waddell Miller, 35, steps into the store with a trash can and a blowtorch at 3 o'clock in the morning. Miller dumps trash from the trash can onto the floor before appearing to exchange words with the clerk, who was 27, behind the counter. The suspect then points to the trash and sets it on fire with a blue blowtorch. Then he quickly flees. The fire spreads immediately, covering nearly the entire store in less than 2 seconds. There had to be some kind of gasoline or something. Within 2 seconds, the whole store is engulfed. The worker was rushed to the hospital and treated for first-degree burns. Police confirmed they arrested Miller and charged him with intent to murder. He was released on $100,000 bail. You're saying, well, Bob, how does bail work? Okay. A bail bondsman, the court will set you at $100,000. You either pay that $100,000 or you sit in jail. But nobody got no $100,000. You can put up your home, your mortgage, your lease, whatever it is. You can put up collateral to a bail bondsman, or you could pay 10%. In New York, it's 10%. I know because I've done it for a few of my workers. So one was 20 grand. He can sit there for 2 years in jail till his trial comes up, or you can get him out. There's two things that have to happen. One, he has to show up back in court or you lose your money. So you take your 20 grand, you take your, let's say it's 20 grand. You got to take 10% of that, 2 grand to the bail bondsman. The bail bondsman will put up the other 18,000. They keep your 2 grand. They put up the 18, they get to keep your 2. Everybody's happy. But if you don't show up in court, they come and take the 20 out your ass. Don't put up bail for no one if you don't trust them, bro. If your mama comes up and says, baby, I need bail money, you say, no, mom, I need collateral. Oh boy, you want to hear about the moron of the day? This is gonna remind me of a story. Rev, if we could remind me to put up the story of where my family caught the Vacaville rapist. Back in the day, back in the 80s, we caught the Vacaville rapist. The town, he was a rapist from the town over. We caught him trying to lurk behind under my sister's window, and my brothers beat the shit out of him. I was crying, leave him alone, he didn't do anything. Turns out he was the rapist. He just went to prison for like 20 years, got out, and then molested some kids at the YMCA's, arrested him. But a creep allegedly, and the reason they caught him, because after my family beat the hell out of him. He was in the next town over, and he raped a girl. And then he liked her. And he had her purse and her phone number or something. He called her house and said, I really like you. Can we talk? And she said, yeah. Meet me at A&W. A&W was a root beer place, but it was also like a Burger King back then. I don't know if there's any more A&Ws around, but I love me some A&W. A&W, meet me at A&W. And he met her. Her brother showed up with her dad, and they beat the shit out of him, almost killed him, and he was arrested. This happened here. Very similar story. If we could find that video, I'd love it if we could put that up, Rev. A creep allegedly robbed an Indianapolis woman at gunpoint and forced her to befriend him on Facebook. Oh, Lord. Forgive them, Lord, because they're morons. Well, I'm going to run that back, because you didn't follow what I said. RJ, you didn't hear what I said here. A creep allegedly robbed an Indianapolis woman at gunpoint, forced her to befriend him on Facebook, where he later messaged her, please come chill with me. Amber Burrard said she was getting her mail one night in May when a man later identified as Damian Boyce approached her, pulled out a gun, was reported. She said she refused to let Boyce enter her home after he demanded she do so. Instead, she handed over about $100 to him. But the money was not enough for Boyce, who then allegedly asked her if she had a boyfriend and demanded she connect with him on Facebook. Don't you move or I'll kill you. Yeah, that's right. Give me that money. All right, before I go, can you join me on Facebook? My name is Boogie Bob. Yeah, I live at 408 West 48th Street. You guys can check that out and get in the comments and let me know if my robbery was sufficient. This guy's a moron. The money was not enough, so he then allegedly asked her if she had a boyfriend and demanded she connect with him on Facebook. I thought if maybe I added him on Facebook, he would leave me, and he did. But then she immediately got a message from him. Damn, you were so pretty. You were actually too pretty to rob, he wrote her on Facebook. Damn, you was too pretty to rob. She messaged back saying, I believe you, man. I can tell you're sweet. It's just been rough times, I know that. The gunman continued to message her, even asking her to come to his house and chill. I won't rob you again, baby. We'll just have sex. Come around now. What moron? She says the entire encounter has left her shaken. She's paranoid of her Indianapolis neighborhood. Police said Boyce was arrested and charged with gunpoint robbery. He is also charged separately with armed robberies in which he allegedly shot 2 people and hit another in the head with a brick. Great guy. He robbed her. And on his way out, said, hey, my Facebook is Jim Johnson 205. Add me, let's talk. Hey, girl. That robbery was a lot of fun. I liked your dress. What a moron! Anybody know who that is? That's Lorena Bobbitt. You know who that is? That's John Bobbitt. You're like, John Wayne Bobbitt. Who's that? Well, according to her, she had been abused by him, her husband, for years. He'd drink, hit her, and have sex with her. One night he was sound asleep and he felt up. He woke up for a second. He's like, what the hell? He went back to sleep. He had a friend staying there treating. You better knock it off. You better stop it. Thank you, treat. God bless you. I really appreciate it. More than you know. More than you know. Thank you. I don't deserve it. I've never felt good enough. I'm not good enough. Rev, would you block Treat for me, please? And RE, block RE too, just in case they try to do the double whammy. Thank you, Treat. Don't block Treat. Anyways, he felt up. No pain at all. He went back to sleep. The friend came in the room. He had a friend staying at the apartment that night. Came in the room and said, yo, there was blood everywhere. Of course, he was bleeding out profusely. Lorraine Bobbitt ran out of the house. She drove her car. She was going to her friend's house. There's a whole thing on Netflix. You can watch the whole 2 or 3 parter. It's pretty horrific. It's graphic. And she threw the tip of his dick out the window into some bushes. And cops get there. They don't know. They're just looking around. There's blood everywhere. The guy's dick is cut off. Where's the dick? And anyways, they after a while they arrested her. She went to her friend's house. They caught her hours later. And the funniest part of the whole documentary, there's nothing funny about it, but the most amusing part of the documentary is the cop who found it. She finally tells him where she was. I was on I-80. I was at the turn stop by the stop and go and flipped it out. And they went over there and they're walking around with flashlights. And there it is. Guy almost stepped on it. He looked down, there's the dude's dick. They sewed it back on. And apparently it works. And anyways, you watch the guy. He just seems like a nice guy. I don't know what happened. He said he was ending her relationship. She was very jealous. She said he was abusive. And you cut a guy's dick off, it's over. That reminds me, they took out 6 inches out of the middle, which I can now ride a bicycle, which I couldn't do for years. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. Ever since Joe's not here, I get into the gutter and I say stupid shit. He was on the Howard Stern show. He was on the Howard show. Turkish cops arrest gay marchers. We take our lifestyles in America and our politics for granted. I can do anything. I could jump on this table right now and say I hate the president. You can't say you want to kill someone because that becomes a threat. You get in trouble for that. You can say I hate this one, I hate Nancy Pelosi, I hate Donald Trump, I hate Joe Biden. They can't do nothing. I can go yelling at cops' face, I hate cops. Can't do nothing. Turkey, other countries, Iran, they can. Turkish police detained at least 50 people Sunday in Istanbul for the annual LGBT Pride March. You're taking your life in your hands in some of those countries. The government, President Tayyip Erdogan, has toughened its stance on the LGBT freedoms. They don't even put a Q over there because Q ain't allowed, I don't think. Speaking after his election victory, On Sunday, police and riot gear prevented access to the parade. All right. It's birthday. Today we got a very, 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 very special birthday. It's Jan's birthday. RJ Wormerner. Wow, whatever the hell his last name is. RJ's beloved, beautiful wife's birthday. And we're going to wish her a very happy birthday. I mean, you got RJ. That's a pretty good gift. That's pretty good. Now, she might be right now rolling her eyes going, Boogie Bob don't know what the hell he's talking about. RJ's crap. But I don't think so. I don't think so. I think she's probably pretty happy with RJ because RJ is on the channel. RJ is extremely kind and nice. He's very supportive. He sends me beautiful messages. He calls me the man. You the man. RJ Wormerner. So today is RJ's beloved wife's and Jan's birthday. And I'm going to read it right now. It's Wormenheimer. John Jangle, R.J. Jingleheimer Smith. Her name is my name. A Mars, Uranus. Now, usually I crack a Uranus joke right now. Not doing it. I would say something to Joe like, Joe, has Mars ever been in Uranus? Yes. In college. A Mars-Uranus link on your birthday suggests there will be occasions this year when you have no option but to go head-to-head with people whose attitudes you find deliberately hostile. You may not want to fight, but you have to then make sure you win. Also, be extra loving and kind to your husband tonight. Do that thing that he really enjoys. Now, I don't know why they wrote that in there, but I don't. It says right here. Also, be kind and loving to your husband and do that extra thing he really likes. Now, I don't know why this person would write that in there, but that's... Gotta do it. It says right there. Also, if you are married, make sure your husband takes you to Red Lobster and get extra biscuits. Now that's a pretty good deal, I'm thinking. I'm liking where this is going. Shall we? Shall we proceed? Yes, indeed. Aries. I'm writing them down because I always forget. I got a really bad memory. Aquarius. Did you know that we're in the dawning of the age of Aquarius? Yes. No, you didn't. And I'll let fate sort out the last one. Fate is going to have his say with this one. Taurus. It's the Taurus. Where are we at, Taurus? There we go. Aquarius. We're in the dawning of the age of Aquarius. It would appear that a colleague is in one of those moods when whatever you say, they make a point of opposing you. It may be frustrating, but don't let it elevate your blood pressure. They should be more agreeable come this time tomorrow. P.S. Blowjobs are not out of the question. I don't think they should include shit like that in here. I think it's a little beneath the post to do that. I don't know what's with all this blowjob talk. It's crazy. Plus, you can get cancer from blowjobs. Aries. You may be tempted to focus on a matter that is of only limited importance today. But if you do, you may overlook something that really does require your full attention. Focus on the big issues rather than allow little things to distract you, sort of like blowjobs. This is, you know what, guys? I'm going to stop. I'm not going to read Sally Brompton anymore. This is Sally Brompton, by the way. I don't think that's appropriate. This is a family show. Taurus. Friends and colleagues may be happy to follow the crowd today, but you are in one of those moods where you are determined to question everything you see and hear. That's good. If nothing else, it means you will be in control of your own fate, including, but not. I was going to throw a blowjob joke in here, but I ran the gauntlet. I did too many. You ready? You ready to find out whose birthday it is? Well, first of all, it's Ann's birthday. So everybody else is nothing. It's Ann's birthday. It's the Ann birthday extravaganza. We're drinking sodas out here. Toast to you, Ann. We've got confetti dangling down. It's not really an extravaganza like I wanted it. Ariana Grande. It's her birthday. Ariana Grande, who I love more than this about it. She is 30 today. Beautiful, beautiful singer. I'm actually friends with her brother Frankie. Derek Jeter, the captain. Good old Derek Jeter from the Yankees. Derek Jeter's 49 today. The guy's worth $300 million. He's 49. And by the way, so is Ariana Grande. Michael Vick, I will not be wishing you a happy birthday, sir. Michael Vick, also very wealthy, at least he was at the time. Michael Vick was a quarterback. And I think he was in Atlanta, I can't remember, I think it was Atlanta. And he had the whole world in front of him. Then it came out that Michael Vick is a piece of shit. Michael Vick would have dog fights. He lived in, let's say, Atlanta, had a lot of property, so he would have dogs, kennels full of pit bulls, and he would fight them to the death. He would fight his dogs to the death. They found, I think, 3 or 4 dead dogs on his property that had been killed. He would fight them horrible deaths. A dog fight is horrible because when the dog loses, they kill it. They shoot it. And Michael Vick should rot in hell all of his life. I'll never cheer for that piece of shit. No happy birthday for me. Shannon Sharp, Hall of Fame. Shannon Sharp, wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers, and I don't know who it is. Shannon Sharp, happy birthday. And then we do the death days. The death days, we got a sad one today. Beth Chapman. Does anybody want to tell me who Beth Chapman is? Ambrose is not allowed. Ambrose is kicked out of this one today because he knows. Whoever wins a fabulous prize. It was the Ravens. That is correct. Ambrose is correct. Denver Broncos. Why did I have Packers? Well, maybe that was his brother that played for the Packers. I thought Shannon, no. Oh, yes, Shannon Sharp was Packers and Denver. Okay, I get it. And Baltimore. Nope. Nice try. Gary comes in with a nice try. I gotta give it. Gary says a singer from the 90s. She invented the solar-powered jackhammer. That is not her. It is Barry Garrett. You've already won 5 iPads on the show. So, Rev, send him another iPad, please. Barry Garrett, my dear friend, you are correct. Beth Chapman was Dog the Bounty Hunter's beloved wife. Say what you want about the man or his crazy tactics or her. He loved her to death. Now, he spiraled out of control and asked her best friend to marry him, I think 3 days after she died. He was on a TV show crying about her, and he turns to the other girl and says, will you marry me? Beth Chapman, the love of his life, died of cancer. Got it really bad. He died of cancer and passed away. Roy Campanella, the famous Hall of Fame baseball player, and Strom Thurmond. I don't know nothing about it. Politic guy. What do I know? That's it. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I ask you to please be kind and loving to each other. It is Pride Month for 2 more days, 3 more days. Guys, be proud of who you are. You don't have to be gay or straight or this or that. Be proud of being a good, kind human being. That would make me very, very happy. If you guys ever have thoughts of hurting yourself or hurting others, I would really love it. Rev would put up the suicide prevention hotline. I think it's 988. Or you could always slide into my DMs. I would be happy to talk to you about anything. It is a, everybody says, "Oh, Boogie Bob, you're so handsome, you're good looking." You had 6 inches of your penis removed from the middle. You're the guy's guy. Women want to be with you. Men want to be you. Life has its ups and downs and depressions. I'm going through a depression right now. It's one of the reasons I wasn't out for the last 5 days. I go through it, and I know others go through it, and it's always great when you have someone. Thank you, Rev. There it is, 988. You guys can call that. It's like 911. There will be someone there to talk to you. Sometimes it just helps to talk to someone. If you're having thoughts or you're feeling down, you need to talk, I will help you as well. I've been there, done that. That doesn't mean call me and say, "Well, can I get $400? Trust me. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you for being, I think, probably the best chat of any group. I do a lot of YouTubes, and I go in their chats, and there's no chat better than mine. None. A lot of you are in other chats, but that's irrelevant. The fact that I have this group here, and Rev has been a huge part of that. The fact that I have this group here, I can't tell you how much I love everyone. Now, I don't love anyone as much as I love Colleen. She's first. RJ is 10th. Nyan is number 227. Rev is 16. So I have numbers put aside for each one of you. Kathy is 239. She went all the way up from 260. So RJ, Joe Hernandez is at 6. Joe Hernandez has been at number 12 for a long time. Ambrose, 26. I want to thank all of you guys. Everybody is tied for first place, except Bot. Bot is better than all of you. Mr. Bot's better than all of you, except Treat better than him. And Ari Sanders is not better than Treat. No, it's a close tie. All right. And then, of course, David Young is better than all of you. You guys are shit under David Young's shoe. That's how that works. And I'm sticking to my story. Please be kind and loving to each other. Be good to yourself because you deserve it. And ain't nobody told you today you're special. I'm telling you, you're special. God bless you. David Young's better than you. That's a fact.